welcome to Tonic Studios. Happy Wednesday and welcome to the Tonic 2018 gift guide. And what gift guide we have for you? I will have a code for 20% off the entire store, plus I have tons of my favorite picks for you from Tonic Studios from 2018. Lots of you joining us already too. I can see lots and lots of comments already, so I'm going to say some highs. Hi Terry and Melissa. Rox, Laurie's here. Laurie is also hi. I didn't even know hi, Laurie. Hi Nanette, Andre's here, Shana's here, Kim is here. Lots of people joining us already. Terry has already shared. So if you are a regular Tonic Studios USA live viewer, you will know that we have a giveaway every week. And this week it's going to be a bumper giveaway because I'm going to pick a selection of my favorite things from this table, my absolute favorites, and it's going to be a bumper gift pack because, hey, it's Christmas and who wouldn't want to win some of their favorite Tonic tours? At the end of tonight's show, I will announce a winner. We're also going to have a bonus winner that will be announced in next week's show, which will be our last live before Christmas. And next week's show will be unboxing of the latest Tonic kit, so stay tuned for that one as well. But tonight, let's get started with that gift guide. So a little bit of housekeeping, as always, in the video description. I have placed a link. This week, it's actually to a Hedgehog Hollow blog post. So you are still shopping at the Tonic Studios store, but it has your coupon code in it, which is FAVE, F-A-V-E 20, and that's 20% off the entire Tonic store and 20% off of anything that's already on sale as well. So you get a bonus 20%. It also has pictures of everything that's on the table, and so it's really easy for you to find anything that I might show you tonight that you absolutely love. So you'll want to check out that link. It starts bit.ly. You want to click that one. Takes you to the blog post. I am going to embed this video in it as well, so you'll be able to refer to it nice and easily and all of those good things as well. So I'm also going to try and keep up with comments as we go, but let's start at the front over here as well. I also have a new microphone, which means I can walk around the table and you can still hear me too. So at the front here, I picked out the table tidy because I think this is great. Whether you work in a small space, a big space, anywhere, this is fab because you can see how much product I've got in here. This is your main table tidy. And then I have two of the small ones clipped on here like this on this side. And then I have one large one clipped on this side like this. I have everything from ink pads, deluxe adhesive, funky tape runners, Nuvo sprays, full-size glitters, glitter accents, Nuvo drops, vintage drops, dyes, embellishment mousses, glimmer paste, embossing powders, sponges. I have my full-size trimmer in here. I even have a light mist that just hooks over the edge. I have brushes, I have tools, I have spatulas, I have scissors, I have brushes. I mean, you literally could not get more into your storage. You may even have little owls that I have on my feet. You may have got a little sneak peek of those as well. Greg's going to pan down because I have my favorite little slippers on this evening as well. Feeling very festive with my glittery owl slippers. So let's start on the table. So I picked out the watercolor pencils. I think these are fab because not only do you have this really nice vibrant set, so this is your brilliantly vibrant, you also have the option of a hair and skin tones. Now, if anything like me, you will love to color, and it's really hard sometimes to find those perfect skin tones. This has every shade of skin tone you could possibly need in a watercolor pencil, and you can use this just as color pencils, or you can use them as watercolors and watercolor pencils. So I picked those out for you. I also picked out one of my favorite apothecary jars that are here, and this is filled with Tonic glitters. So let's take the lid off. So in here I have things like my Victorian rose hexagons, so you can see really pretty confetti pieces to put in your shakers. We have, what else do we have in here? We have our sparkle dust. This is a microfine glitter from Tonic. I better not sneeze right now, but you can see all of that wonderful sparkle in here, and it's super, super fine flakes as well. So you can really kind of put this on and then burnish it so you get amazing, amazing sparkle as well. And it's available in a rainbow of colors. So you can see how I've got reds, I've got green, I've got black, I've got white, which I could color any color with my alcohol inks. I have a bright purple. I mean, look how amazing that purple is. I have silver. I have a fantastic sapphire blue in here. So many different colors, and I have some other sequins and things. I should also show you that behind me is my entire Nuvo wall. And this is the last time I can show you this Nuvo wall because I'm about to add all of the Nuvo Creativation releases. So I won't be able to show you it. But this shelf up here has all the amazing Nuvo sequins, confetti, glitters, all of these beautiful sparkly things that you'll want to include in your cards. All of these have the 20% off as well. Then we have all of our expanding mousses, anything that's not on the table already, our embellishment mousses, more embossing powders, because we have some on the table too, the rest of our mica mists, the rest of our shimmer powders, our glimmer paste, a whole rainbow of Nuvo drops in every type you could possibly dream of. Jewel drops, glow drops, vintage drops. And as I say, I'm going to be adding probably another shelf to this. Greg's kind of looking at me like, no, you're not. Yes, we are. We are adding a whole shelf of new Nuvo things for Creativation. I'm so excited. Beautiful things, new Nuvo things, whole new lines. So you won't be able to see this until January, but it's going to be amazing. So this is also in our gift guide. As I say, in that link you'll want to check out because I added pictures of everything, so it's super easy for you to find that as well. I also picked out the new Let It Snow collection. You'll know I have a real kind of thing for this new collection. I absolutely adore it. There's the snowflakes, there's that sapphire blue glitter, and there's those white flakes. So we also colored with our alcohol inks 2 weeks ago to create our own custom confetti as well. Then up here, I kind of took a little bit of a selection of my favorite Nuvo products in the kind of ways of mediums. So I picked out, I took the Morning Dew crystal drops because they dry completely clear and I think they're a must-have. I took some bright colors of crystal drops. I took some glitter drops. We took some glow drops. There's crystal accents. And if you want to know the difference, we have, this kind of has a more clear liquid in the glitter accents with a colored glitter, whereas this has a colored liquid and a colored glitter in the glitter accents. We also have the crystal glaze, and then we also have this masking fluid, and we've never really talked about masking fluid. I think next year we really need to have a live just on masking fluid because this stuff is really amazing. You can have some really fun techniques and do things with it. You put this down, it dries clear, and then you can really throw any medium at it you want, anything water-based, any alcohol inks, and then all you do is remove it with your finger afterwards, and everything that was underneath it is completely clear, or whatever was underneath it is kind of remains untouched. Then we have our mica mist, and we've covered these huge amounts, but I picked out the red and the green because, oh, the pink and the green rather, because pink is my favorite color. And let's catch up on some comments as well. Lots of you joining us as well. So who we have here, let's go back up. So Cece has joined us, Benet has joined us. People are saying the volume is too low, Greg. Shana is here. Lots of people are saying louder. Greg's turning the volume up so you can hear us. Robin says can't hear you. Lynette, Naomi is here. Jackie, Rox is here. Kim is here. Kim is here. Lots and lots of people are here as well. So hopefully you can all start to hear us now as well. I am watching the comments because I'm standing here. So let us know if you can now hear us as well. Sandy has just joined us too. I'm going to pick up the toolbox here as well while I'm standing here. Rock says, thank you, Greg. So I'm assuming that that means it's sounding better. So in my little packet that I have here as well, so I picked out the 3 Tim Holtz tools that you all know I use all of the time. So this is the Craft Scratcher. So this is great because you can take these really pretty papers that you see behind me. These are all the Tonic Craft Perfect papers, and we put them in a rainbow order, and they're just so pretty. They're in a stamp and storage pieces, and in previous weeks they've all been empty, but I love it because I can pull these out. And then I took a job ticket holder. I cut 2 sides off, so it's open on these 2 sides, and then I can just pop my scraps in there as well. And now I can't remember where I got this one from, so I'll have to put it on top for now. But you can take this craft scratcher, you can take the top layers off, you can put mediums and things and then just scratch pieces off, and you can create really fun textures in your mixed media projects. Everyone's saying the sound is much better, so it sounds like we fixed it. So that's on there. We have the Tim Holtz craft knife, and this comes with extra blades as well. So you get plenty of extra blades, and you can buy spare blades as well. And then you all know how much I love my craft pick. So if you have nails like me, your nails are completely hopeless, but your craft pick is perfect, whether it's to pick dies out of the release holes, or it's to take adhesive strips off the top. You will use your craft pick for everything. So I had to include that as well. Craft spoon, of course, so if you're working with your sequins, with your glitter, with your snowflakes, you'll want to be using a craft spoon. If you're working with embossing powders, all those things, craft spoon is amazing to work with because you can get this in these little bottles and you can take out just a little bit at a time like this, she says. So you can just take them out in nice small quantities and you can kind of just like sprinkle it over. You don't have to take out huge amounts, which I really, really like as well. So that was another tool that I picked out for you. And as I say, we have the 20% code and everything I'm showing you is also in a clickable shopping list with pictures. So it's really, really easy to find. You just have to click that link that's the bit.ly link that's in the video description. It could be above, it could be below, it could be beside. It depends on the device and how big and all those kinds of things. Facebook messes it around. The next thing, the sound is a little bit better, but I have my volume all the way up to hear you. I think our volume is also all the way up as well. Greg is trialing it as well, backwards and forwards. So I also picked out this floral tool set. Now, don't be fooled by the fact it says floral. It also comes with this foam pad, and I use this for all sorts of things. So I use it for scoring acetate. I use it for scoring flowers. I use it for scoring die cuts. I use it with my score buddy because sometimes the little score tool that's in there doesn't cut it for really thick cardstock, so these are perfect. You'll have seen me in all sorts of videos use these ball tools for all sorts of things. Sometimes just to add just a little bit of depth and dimension, I'll just add that ball tool in different places. Also really great for applying gems and things like that on. And there's also a really nice fine pair of tweezers that comes in the set as well. So that was something else that I added in as well. Kim says she really needs that. I think she's probably referring to the floral one as well. So I also added in the Tim Holtz trimmer. Now lots of you probably saw this on our Creativation video last year. It's a really nice actual compact size. I love both the Tim Holtz trimmers. This one cuts full 12 by 12 cardstock despite the fact it actually is quite compact. And this handle comes off. I never actually take my handle off, but it does come off. It stores underneath. There's a place here you can store the handle. And then you have this option here where you can extend your ruler. All you do is pop your ruler in there. You have a base plate. And now when I stand this down, my ruler is nicely supported. So I have a really long, I'm trying to get my arm out the way. So you have your full extension arm all the way out to your 12 inches. So you have your full guillotine. And then that all folds away again. I just take that, I fold it away. And a little bit cack-handed, but I'm going to then fold that and I'm going to put it back in the bottom. So really, really easy to do it that way for you as well. So that's another thing you have on here. We'll get to stamp cleaners. I wanted to also pick out some dies because Tonic do a huge amount of dies. So one of them that I picked out were the dot and drop dies. I did show you these in a live before and I've cut some out here for you so you can see what they do. Diana's just joined us as well. So dot and drop dies cut these really fun little areas, but they also make these little small dots. And the reason they make these little dots in here, which I'm going to try and bring them as close as I can, till Greg says I can't anymore, is that it gives you perfect placement of your Nuvo drops. So what I can now do, I'm going to try to not mess up everything on here, is I can add a couple of Nuvo drops on. And I'm just adding them over those little perforation holes. I just try to choose something that's a nice contrast to the blue. And it means I get perfect spacing of my Nuvo drops. So that's what a dot and drop die does. So a little bit like some of those pretty pink posh stamps, you've also got the options with dies. And there's corner dies, there's central dies, there's all sorts of different dies on there as well. So lots and lots of things you can do with those dot and drop dies. So Andre says she's going to be buying one of those guillotines. Absolutely, I love those guillotines. And then don't forget you've got that 20% off code, FAVE20, 20% off the whole Tonic store for a week. So it's valid till midnight PST next Tuesday night, which I can't remember the date. What date are we on? The 12th, so that's the 19th, I think. Greg's going to check his diary for me because he has his phone in front of him. So the other dies that I picked out were the Will's Hand dies, and I love a two-step die. So these are the Will's Hand. There's lots and lots of them. I just picked out 3. I picked out Happy, I picked out Love, and I picked out Peace. And they all come with 2 pieces. So you get an outer and you get an inner. Now you can use them together or you can use them separately. I cut one out for you to look at. So you have your backing piece like this and you have your word piece. So I could very easily just use this really, really pretty piece die. But it also looks beautiful because I can add that extra little bit and that extra finishing touch by layering those 2 pieces together. And I'm going to try and hold them together and bring them a little bit closer as well. So you can see you've got that little option of just adding those finishing touches. And it's great when you've stamped a card. It just gives you that little matting layer for your sentiments as well. So there's lots of those Will's Hand dies. And Will is just the sweetest as well. So I love being able to use his because I always kind of imagine Will just writing on my card. And I just know he'd make a really lovely job of doing that. Something else I picked out in the dies were the shaker cards. And there's lots of these. Again, you can get hearts, you can get circles, there's clouds. I think there might be ovals, there's a balloon. They come with this blister pack. The blister pack has double-sided adhesive on it. Also comes with the matching die, and then you can just buy the blister packs on their own. This is just a really easy shaker card. So you make your card, you cut out your circle, you pop this underneath your cardstock, and you fill this with glitter, you fill it with a bottle brush tree, you fill it with snowflakes, you fill it with a die cut, and then you pop it on there, and then all of a sudden you stick your adhesive down, and you have an instant shaker card. So no foam tape needed, no precision cutting, no worrying about you've got gaps. Everything is done for you. It's the easiest shaker card you will ever make. And I saw that Tim made some of these with some of his ideology. He took a bottle brush tree, he popped it in there with some fake snow, and it looked absolutely amazing. So as I say, you can get hearts for Valentine's Day, you can get balloons. I'm trying to think what other shapes I forgot. I'm sure there's a cloud you can do for children, and there's some other shapes that are available as well. And so the first one comes with a die, and then you can just get refill packs as well. So that makes it even better. So you can just keep going on and on and on. So I'm just putting some things behind me so I have some room. So where do I go to get them? Diana, you go to the link that's in the video description. It starts bit.ly. There's a picture list to the Tonic Studios store, so you can click on any of those. It'll take you directly to the image, or you can go to tonic-studios.com and then use the code FAVE20 and you'll get 20% off. So we've tried to make it as easy as we can. I also picked out some adhesives for you, and I'm going to jump kind of around a few different adhesives, but the ones I have here are the ones I buy in bulk. I actually have an entire drawer full of some of these. So the first ones are the Craft Perfect foam pads. Now I love these. I did show these in a recent glitter show that we did because you can make glittery tiles with these. So you can literally make this whole pack into a card front of glitter tiles. Really great fun. These are also really good because you can die cut them. You can cut them down to whatever size you wanted to make them into as well. So I love working with these. I like this larger size. No one else really does this kind of larger foam size. And you can mat them together to make them as thick or as thin as you want them to be. So that was one of my adhesive picks. I also picked these adhesive sheets. If you haven't seen these, they will change die cutting for you. They make life so much easier. So I'm going to pick one of these out of the packet. So they come in a full sheet size. It's adhesive, so I have a release sheet on both sides. So at the minute, they kind of look like nothing. But if I peel this back, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I would peel back one side. Let's use my craft pick because that's what it's here for. So much easier. You see how easy that was? So both sides are sticky. So this is really sticky. I would stick this onto my cardstock. I would die cut my image. And then I have an instantly sticky die cut. So I could add glitter to it. I could just stick it straight together if I wanted to layer them together. They'd be instantly layerable. I would be instantly able to stick them on a card. So you know when you work those really fine lettered dies and things, and sometimes they're a bit hard to work with, if you add an adhesive sheet to it, you don't have to worry about being really precise with your adhesive and things. Just use an adhesive sheet, you peel off the back, you stick it down, and you are done. It's the best ever. And again, you can add glitter to them, you can do ombre effects, you can do all sorts of fun things. You just fold back a little bit at a time, and you just keep adding those on there as well. So, some people are still saying they cannot hear us as well. Have you been listening to the feed, Greg?
No.
Greg is going to try and listen to the feed. Greg is trying to turn this up. We will also upload this to YouTube afterwards, and I can adjust the volume as well on YouTube a lot easier than we can through Facebook Live. Facebook Live is not the easiest platform to sometimes work with. Now, the Tim Holtz glass media mat we all know and love so very much this year. And I did recently do a video on the media tool set. So this, again, is a fantastic thing because this has a clip so it stays on both sides. So I can have it on the bottom side here. I can have it along the top. And it's great because I can line things up. And the only thing I'm going to caution you is because they're not made in the same factory, do not expect this line and this line to be exactly perfect. This will be exactly straight to the edge of your mat. So if you have something lined up to the edge of your mat, this is going to be perfectly straight and the edge of your mat is perfectly straight. This grid is perfectly straight to itself. So the two things on their own are perfectly straight. And if you like doing mixed media, if you like doing messy crafts, this scraper is amazing. The other day I made a mixed media canvas for a TV segment I did for Tonic. Greg will tell you I had gesso everywhere. I had expanding mousse everywhere. I had all of these mediums that are on the wall. I had pastes. I had all sorts of things on there. And then all of a sudden I just went like this. The whole lot was gone. Because there is a very small piece of glass. It's not going to cut you in any way. But it just scrapes everything off. Even here there's a couple little marks. I'm just going over them now and they're scraping straight off. So this tool set is fantastic. So that's on there as well. So I'm just reading everyone's comments as well. Let's cover some embossing powders. So I picked out a couple of different embossing powder options for you. So this was new for this year. So we have 6 ultra fine embossing powders. These are perfect for embossing sentiments. So we have your standard colours. We have a gold, we have a silver, we have a copper, we have a black, we have a white, and we have a clear. So these are perfect for everything such as sentiments in particular. So when you want to emboss those tiny sentiments, you want to use an ultra fine embossing powder because something like a regular embossing powder, those crystals are much, much larger, and then you don't get that really fine definition that you're going to be hoping for. You will get that with your ultra fine embossing powders. I did pick out some of the more fun colours on our regular embossing powders as well, such as red, bright purple, we have blue, we have like a foamy green. We also have a really, really bright glittery purple over here that we have on this beautiful cake stand as well. So we do have some really fun colours in the regular embossing powders here. Baby blue, we have a sapphire blue back here, we have a plum crazy purple just like my Dodge Charger here as well. And while we're up here we also of course have our vintage drops as well. We have our shimmer powders which we did a couple of weeks ago. So these are water activated and they have multiple colours inside of them as well. So this pink one has pinks and purples in. The purple brocade is my favourite. You can see on the back here you get all of these shades of purple and blue and everything in there. It looks absolutely stunning when you explode it with water. You can also use these with water to colour your expanding mousses. I also grabbed underneath of my shimmer powders the glimmer paste. Glimmer paste are fab. They're a glitter based paste. So I'm going to see if I can open one of these. So you can see, look at all the sparkle you have inside of there. You can see in the lid there all of that wonderful sparkle. They come in a variety of colours. We have blue, we have green, we have gold, we have pink. We also have the moonstone. And the moonstone is great because you can mix this moonstone, which I have here, with any ink. So you can mix it with Distress Oxide, you can mix it with regular Distress inks, with your Lawn Fawn inks, with any ink. And you can also put it over any blended background and it is translucent, so it's going to show through it. All it does is create your own custom glitter paper. So ink blend any colors you like, then add the glitter paste over the top, and then you have your own custom glitter paper. So again, something really amazing. I also have one of our smooth precision glue pens over here, which goes on blue. It dries completely clear. This is the wide tip. They come in a wide and in a fine and in a medium tip. And these are perfect whether you're using things like the gilding flakes, glitters, die cuts. They're great for those word die cuts like the piece we were doing earlier. Where's my piece go? I have my happy here. So this is a great way to use it because I just take my happy, I go over it like this with my wide tip, I pick it up, and I stick it down like this, and I'm done, like that. And then I would just wipe up this residue. And it's really, really easy, and it's going to dry completely clear. It's really strong. I'm trying to pick this up, I'm all fingers and thumbs. I'm just going to press the stalks on my peas down. And you can see there how my happy has stuck down. So they're really, really, really useful. I have tons of these in my craft room. I also have here the Nuvo scrub as well. So you have two sides to the Nuvo scrub. You have a wet and a dry side, and it's designed to work with the Nuvo stamp cleaner. You spray your stamp cleaner on one side. If I had my stamp on my acrylic block, I scrub it on the side that has my scrubby on, and then I dry it over on this side. I actually use this mainly when I'm using alcohol lifting and I really, really need to clean my stamps before I use that. And I love the Nuvo stamp cleaner, but I recently found a really fun way to use it, and I think you'll like this little hack I have. I bought these. They're like when you have your nails done, you know, the girls press down and they get the stuff to do your acrylic nails. Well, you can do that. It sits in the top here. And I like using a stunt chamois. I've recently converted to the Gina K1 just because I like the fact it's dark. I can pick up my stamp cleaner on here, and then I just wipe up, whether it's my adhesive, whether it's my stamp or whatever. But it's just a really nice controllable way. You try not to get it on your die cut, of course, because that's not going to end well. But I just really like the way that that dispenses it rather than it being in a spray bottle. Just my 2 cents, but I just found that really, really useful. Robin says, yay, the sound is working now. Greg, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Whatever you just did apparently was perfect. So, volume is much louder now. Everybody can hear. Everyone's very grateful. Thank you, Greg.
You just can't move around.
Oh, apparently I can't move. So, Glimmer Paste is amazing. Yes, absolutely. And Annette's wish list is getting bigger and bigger. Yes, wish lists always do. But you have 20% off the store. So of course you can get even more crafty things for your budget with that code FAVE20. I also wanted to remind you to make sure you're sharing this video and leave us a comment to let us know that you shared it, whether it's on your page or whether you have a business page or a blog. If you are in a crafting group, make sure you share it. Let us know that you shared it where we're live, and then we'll have a bonus giveaway at the beginning of next week's show on this video as well. So keep sharing, keep commenting that you're sharing. And we're going to have a giveaway at the end of tonight's show and at the beginning of next week's show for some fun Christmas goodies for your stocking. So what else do I have for you? I also picked out the Nuvo paintbrush selection. You get a huge amount. I'm not sure I even have all of the paintbrushes you get in the selection, but you get wide and you get fine tips. And you get a huge amount of these in a pack. And a pack is very, very reasonable. Please don't quote me on price because I can't remember. But I use these all the time, and I just love all the different variety of brushes. So whatever I'm coloring, whatever I'm painting, if I'm using gesso and things, I'll use a wider one like this. I use them for every medium and they work really, really well. I also picked out both the glitter gloss and the Midas touch because no matter what medium I've used, whether I've used watercolors, whether I've used alcohol markers, whether I've used color pencils, I then always end up going over the top either with the Midas touch, which is the gold glitter, or the glitter gloss, which is the silver glitter, and I end up just giving a little bit of extra shimmer over the top. I also picked out our aqua painters, And these are the Aquaflow pens. So when we talked about the watercolor pencils, you fill these with water, and the easiest way to fill them is with your light mist bottle. You unscrew the lid and it fits perfectly in there. No more worrying about it spitting over the edge of the sink. You just squirt, 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 squirt. In it goes, screw on the lid, and then you're ready to go. And you can use it with your watercolor pencils, you can use it with your mousse, you can use it with pretty much any of the Tonic mediums. So that's in there as well. So Sandy says, I haven't seen some of these things before. Who'd have thought it? Kim shared, Diana shared, Robin shared, lots of you sharing as well. Kim loves the fact we have a discount code. Diana says, so the stump cleaner comes in that bottle. The stump cleaner comes in this spray bottle, but I sourced these like push top bottles. This is a Brutus Monroe one. You can get them on Amazon as well. Just look for an acetone push top bottle. I found them on there really inexpensively. But this is my favorite stamp cleaner. This is my favorite bottle. Marry the two together and it's perfect. So that is on there as well. So I hope that answers your question as well. So that's on there. We also picked out the Aquaflow pens. These are the Tonic liquid watercolors. So like lots of us love liquid watercolors. These come in a pen ready to go. And you can squeeze them out onto a palette, so you can pop them on your glass mat and just paint with them as normal, mix colors together, all those fun things. Or you can literally just grab and go, which is great if you're traveling. They're very child friendly if you will let your children near them. I don't. My children have their own sets of craft supplies, but they're great. They come in packs of 3 and they're together in lovely collections that always work nicely together as well. So I also have the Fine Tip Smooth Precision pen, and the new design of Smooth Precision pen has this squeezy bit. So when you haven't used it for a little while, you just give it a squeeze and then the glue starts rolling nice and easily, so it never gets gummed up on you again either. Of course, I had to pick out some of my favorite colors of the Pure Sheen glitter as well. And I did pick out the white because we used that a couple of weeks ago to color with alcohol inks, because then you can create your own custom colors of glitter. Of course, I had to pick out embellishment mousse, and who doesn't love the new expanding mousse? If you haven't seen this already, oh my goodness, go back, check out our live on expanding mousse. It comes in 6 colors so far. You put this down through a stencil. It is incredibly different to expanding mousse. So many people have said, oh, I have all the embellishment mousses. I don't need expanding mousse. Oh, you do. I promise you, you do. Look, I barely have any white left. I need a new pot of white already. So you put this down, you put it through a stencil, you can just put it down with a spatula, you can do it so many different ways. Then you heat it and it bubbles and it kind of adds all of this like crackle texture, and you can like heat it a second time sometimes and it reacts even more, and you can rub ink into it, and you can like layer more stuff on top, and then you can put aqua shimmers and water into it. You can put alcohol inks into it and make your own colors. Oh my god, this stuff is amazing. So I am begging Tonic to come out with tons more colors of the expanding mousse because I absolutely love it. Then down the front we have the gilding flakes, because who doesn't love a little bit of precious metal in their life? So we have the copper, the gold and the silver. Again, lots of tips on how to use these on the channel. I am a lover of Nuvo hybrid inks, so I love the fact they come in these cubes, again curated. They're called diamonds because we put them on point. And then of course the papers. There are so many different papers. Now you can see there's a huge rainbow of these papers actually behind me, like this. There are a ton more coming, to the fact that I don't have enough cubbies to fill up with paper. So I have everything from pink all the way through to the oranges. I also have 2 cubbies over here that are full of even more. So all these 2 cubbies here are even more Craft Perfect papers. And then we have even more Craft Perfect papers coming for you at Creativation. I'm so excited. So we have glitter papers, we have cotton papers, we have handmade papers, we have textured papers, we have the matte metal, we have the glossy metal. I love the matte metal. Look at this rose gold matte down the front here. I just think this is stunning. And then we have like the purple glossy and the purple matte. We have the white icicle paper, and then we have like this rose gold. And then some of these you can also alter. I did a whole video on how you can create your own custom colors. So if you love one of these textures, but you don't love the color, you can change it to be your own custom color. Then I picked out the red line tape because we need this in our lives if you work with glitter. This is a perfect no mess way to work with glitter because you can create stripes and ginghams and plaids and all sorts of fun things with glitter as well. So that's there too. Then we have the brush gripped pens. So this is Nuvo's answer to things like the Zigs and the Arteza pens. These have a paintbrush tip in them. In fact, let's open one up. I am going to have here, Kim says she's going back to find out the expanding mousse. Yes, you absolutely have to. When we did November, I did the post on the expanding mousse. Go back and look at it. It's amazing. And we did a whole live on it as well. So go back and have a look at that. Expanding mousse is going on the wish list. Yes, put it on the wish list. Tell Santa it's got 20% off this week. And tell him the code is FAVE20. And that you really, really, really need it in your stocking. Really, really, really need it in your stocking. Love the white and silver. Hi Laura from Michigan. Andre's really excited about the new 6x6 pads. Handmade papers say beautiful. And Susan loves the red gold too. So these are the brush grip pens. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flare one of these out. So you can see you get like the thick, you've got the thin. So if you do hand lettering, if you colour, I don't have any kind of paper to do it on, so I'm going to do it on the back of the packaging. But you can see that I can get super, super fine. And then I can get really, really thick. And my friend Shauna Klingerman for November, when we did that last month, did the most amazing hand lettering tutorial with these pens. So go back and check that out because that was amazing. And I learned so much watching her tutorial on that as well. Then we have the Craft Perfect Twine. If you didn't know, Tonic launched Craft Perfect Twine. It comes in some amazing colours. It comes in pink, it comes in purple, it comes in green, it comes in regular twine colour. It comes in like this petrol-y colour. It comes in orange. And the great thing about twine is it doesn't have to be the colour you started with. You can put your Mica mist on it and create custom colours. You can put your embellishment mousses on it and make custom colours. You can put gesso and bottling paste on it and make custom colours. And you can do all sorts of things on it and make your own colours. Okay, final section, I promise. We are nearly there. So these are my final picks, and these are probably actually some of my favourites. So here we have the surface sweep. If you haven't seen this, this is the best cleanup tool. So if you got things all over your workspace, you just brush them together. If you're working with the gilding flakes, it's great for getting all the excess off, excess glitter off, for burnishing, all of those kinds of things. It's got this beautiful fan. It's really, really super soft. It keeps a 3-year-old entertained for hours, just kind of brushing herself and brushing every surface with it. But it's also a really handy dandy clear up tool. Funky Tape Runner. This thing is amazing. You can get refills for it. It's an amazing price point. It's less than $3, I want to say, and it sticks everything to everything. All of those handmade papers is going to stick. I use reams and reams of this stuff, and I've been using it for over a year, and I'm addicted to it. The Beefy Tonic Craft Knife, we probably have 3 or 4 of these around the house. Opening packages, for DIY, for like the heavy duty mixed media stuff. This is the best craft knife out there. I do love my Tim Holtz one, but when I need a beefy craft knife, this is definitely the one I am going to reach for. Of course, my Tim Holtz scissors are going to be in there. Love the squidgy handle. Love the fact that I can use them whether I'm left or right-handed. And I love those micro serrations in there. Diana says she needs to win the lottery as well. I think we all need to win the lottery to get these. We have the Nuvo glitter markers. Again, another must-have because not only do these work on white, but these pop on black cardstock. In fact, I'm going to grab a piece of dark cardstock from behind me because I have some black cardstock back here. And I'm going to scribble with one of these. When they come, you do have to do kind of like the pumpy thing to get it going. But look at that pop on black. So you can even see that I put a pink pen on black. There are not many glitter markers that give you that kind of pop on black cardstock. So again, you can get these in a single pack or you can get them in a triple pack. You can give Santa this blog link so you can tell them that this is your wish list and that this is the coupon code so they can get lots more in your budget. We also have the Nuvo alcohol markers. You get those again in those trio blending packs. This is the Coral Reef. I put little stickers on mine so I know what goes together really easily. You get 3 of them for around the $6 to $7 mark. So for the price of 1 Copic, you get 3 of these. They have a fine nib and they have a chisel nib. You can't refill these. We are working on being able to purchase them separately, so you could just buy one if there's one colour you particularly like. And they blend together really, really nicely. I was looking if I had my sample that I did. I did a live. You can look back in the Tonic Studios USA videos, probably a little while back now, and you can see when I did this. They blend together amazing, but as I said, they come in blending trios. So you get like 3 shades of Coral Reef, you get 3 shades of blue. There's a blending set, there's a Glaze, there's a metallic set. And they are alcohol-based markers, and they really do work just as well as a Copic. Same techniques apply. You can again watch that video. And the last 3 things, I was going to say 2, it's 3. We have the Nuvo Clear Mark Pad for your embossing powders. So if you're going to get some of those embossing powders, you want to go with the Clear Mark. We have my Nuvo Hybrid Black, because we all need a black ink pad. That's going to work with these, it's going to work with these, it's going to work with these, it's going to work with these. It's going to work with all of the things I've shown you tonight. Everything on this table works with this hybrid ink pad. And the final thing, because I'm nearly out of breath, is the Easy Clean mat. So you do get a small Easy Clean mat with your glass mat, but you can also get them in big on their own. They're completely heat stable. You can blend inks on them, you can spritz them and do kind of the smushy thing with your inks. You can throw mediums at them, you can paint on them, you can do Play-Doh on them. We found it's really good for that. And the kinetic sand, amazing for that and keeping the mess off of your kitchen work surface. So all of those fun things in there. So lots and lots and lots going on. You can probably hear my voice is also going because I have done 6 gift guides this week. We have them coming for Hedgehog Hollow, for Tonic, and for some others as well. And we have some really amazing things coming out, and I've been doing lots and lots of creativation videos. So please bear with me and my voice. So I'm going through. Rock says, Tim scissors are absolutely the best. Yes, I agree. Robin loves the glitter markers. Andre loves the showcase. Thank you so much. Sandy loves it too. Kathleen says best glue. I totally agree. So I'd love for you to tell me your favourite product that I've picked out as well. So if you're watching it, do leave me a comment with what your favourite thing is. I am going to go through and I'm going to pick a winner for tonight. Don't forget you have until next Wednesday, 8 PM Eastern. I will be unboxing kit 17 in next week's live, and that's the last one before Christmas. And then we won't have one again until the new year because we are going into hibernation for Christmas and having some time with family. But we would pick a winner at the beginning of next week's show for a second goodie bag for our Christmas show. And then we'll also have a winner of next week's show as well. So you'll want to join us 8 PM Eastern, Tonic Studios USA. So keep sharing this throughout the week. Comment below to let us know that you shared it. And let us know what your favourite product is out of the selection I've picked out. Or maybe it's something that I didn't pick out. Maybe I missed something. So I am going through and I'm going to pick a winner. And the closest share is Laurie Mancino. So Laurie in Ohio, congratulations. You are our first Christmas gift guide winner. Send us a message. You can send it here. You can send it at Hedgehog Hollow. Don't forget to also check out the visual gift guide for this video. I'm going to embed this video in the blog post, and I will also post it on YouTube. And I'll try and tweak the sound as well, so you can check that out. Check out that bit.ly link in the video description as well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are watching this anywhere else, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button if you're on Facebook. I will see you again at 8 PM Eastern and next week here on Tonic Studios USA. Happy stamping. Bye.